Tail of the tape, and this one is brought to you by TNNS. Both of these women shy of their 30th birthdays. Aspen Ladd's 28, Karolina Sobek is 29. Sobek is 2 inches taller, weighed in 1 pound heavier, has a 3-inch advantage in reach on both arms and legs. Andy Shepard, to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the OTE Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to our viewers watching on ESPN and ESPN+. The following fight takes place in the women's featherweight division and is a PFL regular season contest. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 145.5 pounds and has earned a professional record of 4 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of Abigawa, Poland, Karolina Sobek. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She is a grappling specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 145 pounds. In 14 professional fights, she has amassed a record of 10 victories and 4 losses. Fighting out of El Dorado Hills, California, Aspen Ladd. Referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
Gary Copeland is equipped with our ref cam to take us up close inside the smart cage action. Aspen Ladd in the purple, Karolina Sobek in the gray.
Round 1, you ready blue? Round 1, you ready red? Let's fight.
Right out to the
Ladd
center of the
comes
smart
running
cage.
right out.
Oh,
Sobek hit her with a good one.
It was an uppercut that dropped Aspen Ladd. Now Karolina Sobek pressing Ladd against the smart cage.
Sobek with a great counter shot.
Watch fingers around the
Aspen
eyes.
Ladd, I think, is still trying to
Don't grab the cage, don't
clear
grab
out
the
the
cage.
cobwebs here.
A finish by either one of these ladies in the first or second round will clinch a playoff spot for them. So a lot riding on their performance in this fight.
Sobek's got the body lock here. Ladd hanging heavy on that overhook.
I think she's better off after hurting Aspen Ladd to break away and try to look for more strikes, but maybe she's confident in her top game. What a shot.
No knockouts yet on the ledger for Karolina Sobek. And Aspen Ladd felt like she had a striking advantage coming in. Ran right out to the center of the smart cage and ate one. Appears to have recovered at this point.
Sobek in the high single, head inside single. Trying to capture Ladd's hip, pick her up off of her feet and put her on the ground.
Aspen looks like she's fully recovered now. Doing a good job with that overhook. Now double unders for Sobek.
Another right hand landed on the exit there for Karolina Sobek. Now Ladd trying to work behind the jab for a takedown.
Nice high crotch by Ladd, inside trip. Nice combination chain wrestling by Aspen Ladd to get the takedown. Start with a head outside single and switch to an inside trip.
Sobek trying to get to the cage where she can cage walk back to her feet here. Aspen with good head position.
Aspen, go and posture, get your hands off the mat. Aspen, get your right hand off the mat and posture up. Aspen, you got an open guard.
Sobek very much a competent grappler, but she does like to work from top position.
Aspen's trying to trap that wrist. Unable to do it. She's trying to go right back to it.
Trying to set up that seat belt, trap that wrist and push your body over it.
Sobek doing a good job of controlling that posture, controlling the head of Aspen Ladd. Now trying to get back to her feet. I think this is where she wants to be here.
She's going to try and get to her feet now. She's using that chain link to wall walk up.
Now has the overhook. Good job by Sobek, but Aspen Ladd puts her right back to the mat. Nice mat return there.
Nice job by Ladd to change directions and pull her back over her momentum.
Now Ladd in on that high single. Good position here. So Dan Hardy started with a furious pace, and now they've kind of embraced the grind here. What do you think of the fight so far?
Well, this is exactly what Aspen Ladd was talking about in the interviews we did earlier this week. She's determined to start fast, but unfortunately it seemed like starting fast was the plan, and there wasn't a plan of how to start fast. Now she seems to have regrouped and she found that grappling game. The thing that she talked to us about, she needs to find that grappling intensity, because her coach has said when she gets people on the floor, no one can deal with that pressure, and that's what we're seeing now.
Sobek trying to get a triangle set up here.
Ladd did a nice job of re-penetrating into the double and then switching to the inside trip again to secure the takedown.
Yeah, she's been very persistent, seeking out that takedown now in a nice position to pass guard. She's in half guard right now, has the near side underhook.
And a minute left to work in the first round.
Pushing the mount.
Yeah, she's
Very
gonna
close
mount
to
here.
mounting, and there she's
Got
made
both
it.
hooks in.
And she's got time to finish this, guys. She's gonna look to posture up and rain down blows. There she goes. Sobek with a nice bridge, but she's giving up her back.
She's got Aspen Ladd riding very high, but Ladd gets the hooks in, works with the right hand.
Ladd's got one arm and an under armpit there to pull herself because she's very high. Trying to get her hips back so they're not so high. Sobek trying to slip out the back door.
And Ladd is trying to finish this fight here in the closing moments of round number 1 as we look through ref cam.
Ladd might step over and try an armbar here, trying to secure that
Final
far side
10
arm.
seconds.
Yeah, Aspen's a little too high here. Sobek may get herself out of this trouble here. But man,
Just that recognition of knowing where you have your advantages, that comes with experience.
yeah.
Back to the center of the smart cage and exchanging jabs. Sobek switches stances.
See if Ladd can get in close enough to set up a takedown and level change. Sobek doing a good job of using long range weapons, long right hand, long jab.
Aspen looking to throw a little heavier now. She just needs to feint her way in and then level change if she does want to try to finish this on the ground.
Nice right hand stuck through for Karolina Sobek. Aspen Ladd continues to push forward.
Yeah, I mean, she really isn't feinting at all. She's just walking forward, and it's easy to find someone like that. So Aspen really needs to be very careful as she, might run into another right hand like she did in round 1. Oh, big
Nice
left
left.
hook.
Randy, Sobek is switching her stances back and forth. How much does that confuse these entries?
It does change which side your head would go out. It can confuse you. Also changes which strikes are pertinent and which one's coming at your head. Ladd in deep. Sobek using that whizzer or overhook to pull her up and keep her off those hips.
An exchange of knees in the clinch here. Aspen Ladd pressing Karolina Sobek against the smart cage barrier.
Sobek with a nice overhook here, hanging heavy on it, and gets an underhook on the other side.
Sobek just keeps repummeling one side or the other. She's got her hips down and out.
Now Ladd down on that high single again.
Yep, high single, trying to pick those hips up. Drag Sobek off of her feet. Double overhooks by Sobek now.
Half a round left for either of these women to clinch a playoff spot with a finish here inside of the second frame. PFL MMA, the only combat sports organization with a true sports format. Regular season, we're here in the second half of the regular season, and then the playoffs, and then a $1 million championship at the end of the road. But first, you got to make it through these battles of attrition.
And Aspen just a little bit too high on these takedown attempts.
Good movement, head movement there by Aspen Ladd.
Yeah, that's what Aspen needs to do. Instead of just walking forward, she's moving her head much better now.
Don't worry about that wrist control. Just fire your other hand in and go game with it. Go S-grip right here on her single.
I'd love to see Aspen use that level changes and head fake of a takedown to set up her striking and set up her entries. She's got the threat of it there, but she doesn't use that fake well enough. There's the high single. Pull those legs out.
She's in a nice position to pass as well. Right into half guard she goes. This is how she passed last time.
There's Elena Kolesnik again rooting for this fight to go into the third round. If this fight lasts for 60 more seconds, Elena is in the playoffs.
Aspen with some good shoulder pressure there. She's trying to climb through and out of the guard. Almost did it there. She can use her left foot to try to pry that leg, that right leg of Sobek out of position where she can either advance in a mount or into side control. Hasn't quite done that yet. Now she's pushing down that leg, now going into quarter mount.
There it is, full mount for Aspen Ladd with 30 seconds to work. Sobek is still hanging on her head, trying to create a stalemate.
There's an armbar attempt coming. No, she thought twice about
now
here
she's
it
going
is.
for it. She can finish this. Wow. 14 seconds to go.
Look at the drama here as Elena Kolesnik is just rooting for this armbar not to be finished. Sobek rolls toward it.
There it is.
Taps! Oh! Aspen Ladd with the Fab 5 finish and clinches her playoff spot.
Referee Gary Copeland calls a halt to the action at 4 minutes and 57 seconds of round number 2, declaring a winner via submission due to an armbar and clinching their place in the 2023 PFL playoffs, Aspen Ladd!